So, as I said, I've got the pencil already sorted so that you don't have to sit through watching me pencil it in when you can't see it. And the setup I'm going for is the one where I've got little initials of each day and they're going to be scattered around the page. And then that gives me a little space to put my to-do lists in. I'm also putting a little sleep tracker in the top left-hand corner. So I'm experimenting this time with including a different type of tracker in my weekly spread. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, feel free to send any questions into the chat and I'll answer whenever I can. But just bear with me as I will be drawing at the same time. So let's get started with the sleep tracker in the top left-hand corner. Just grabbing my ruler. So yeah, I didn't include a sleep tracker in my monthly setup pages this time. I just want to keep experimenting with the setup that works perfectly for me. And sleep is something that I'm trying to work on a little bit this month. So I thought having it on my weekly spreads would be a good little reminder. So I've got the times, as in hours slept, up the side. I've put from 1 up until 8. Because I think realistically, will I be getting any more than 8 hours sleep? Probably not. So, and then I've got days of the week along the bottom. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I'm just going to put it into a little square, and I'm going to draw washi tape style things on the edge, just to make it look quite doodly, as if I've stuck it onto the page. And I just thought that would be a fun way to not make it look so boring in the top corner. And I'm also not using a ruler for that, just so it looks a bit like, almost like a post-it note. So yeah, that is that bit done. And the way it will work is I'll use it with a pen going up on, say, Monday. It would go from here up to however many hours sleep I got. So it will end up looking like a graph in the top left corner. Now let's go in on the little duck doodle I've got here. So I'm using the 0.1 pen again. This is just because I want it to be quite fine, delicate little details. And I think maybe the 0.5 would be slightly too small. I mean 0.05. So we're going with the 0.1 for today. And if you haven't seen any of my April bullet journal setup stuff yet, my theme is ducks and rain. And I'm going with a mother duck with little Wellington boots on, and she's holding an umbrella. And then I've also got her little ducklings at various points on the page. So yeah, it's a really cute theme, just something I had in mind for a while and wanted to try it out basically. And everyone who's seen it has said they really like how cute it is, so I'm very happy with it so far. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. That looks great. Thank you so much. Your voice is sweet. Oh, thank you. It looks very cute. Yeah, this is the thing. I just thought the little ducklings, when I had it in mind, I could just imagine it being so cute. So I'm really happy with how like my front cover has turned out and stuff. I do have a flip through on my channel if you want to check that out after this live. So feel free to do that and have a look through my entire 2022 bullet journal so far. And then I'm going to use my brush pen, the black one, to write April. And again, this is all penciled out underneath first. And that just is really helpful to make sure everything spaces out correctly. However, you know, it's not essential, but if you're wanting it to be really neat and stuff, then it's definitely a good thing to get used to doing. So you can see it's all starting to show up now. And I'm going to write week 3 underneath. I think maybe here. That's another thing. Sometimes I pencil things in and then as I'm actually drawing it with the pen, I'll change it slightly, but it just gives me a good guide to follow whilst I'm drawing, especially when I'm doing it live. It hopefully stops me making mistakes or having to stop and think about stuff. But yeah, so we've got our little raindrops. And I think I might just swap over to my 0.5 to draw this little puddle that I've got the mummy duck standing in. So let's do this. And there's that. Yep, looking very, very cute. I think the next thing I should probably do will be the initials for each day of the week. And I wanted to try out doing sort of ombre lettering, so I'm going to see how this goes. I've not practiced this, so hopefully it works out. So this is the M for Monday, and I think with ombre style lettering it's always best to do them straight away so that you've got the best chance of it blending. And I'm just going to be doing halfway up the M with a darker blue, so you get that shadow effect. Not sure how well it will show up on camera, but if any of my spreads you want to check them out or see how they look completed, you can look on my Instagram, because I post pictures, just simple pictures of the spreads, just because I think it's useful for people to be able to see it when it's not on a video, for example. So yeah, that's really good if you want to see my spreads just plain and simple in a photo. If you wanted to copy anything or try anything out, then yeah, it's at meg_notes on Instagram if you want to see that. Equally, whilst I'm letting you know about all of my socials, it's meg_notes_ on TikTok, and that is my biggest platform at the moment. I've got 105k on there, I think, followers, so if you want to come and join the crowd, that would be amazing. But down in this corner I am drawing a little chick, a little duckling, which I'm not sure how well you can see because it's quite small, but once I've moved my hands you can probably see it a bit better. I just think they're so cute. They're really actually easy to draw. They're much easier than the mother ducks, because the mother ones you have to kind of get the proportions kind of right. I know obviously it's not realistic, but and then the little ducklings, they're just a blob. If you do slightly wobbly lines, so it's like fuzzy chick, yeah, it's just really easy. And then you put a beak on, little legs and a dot for the eye, and you've got a little chick. And you can also make little marks for showing where the wings might be, but it's not essential. So do I finish this page? I probably should. So let's do the raindrops. I'm trying to make them slightly random so that it ties all of the letters together, if that makes sense. So once it's completed, the raindrops should flow and sort of trail across the page. That's what I'm going for anyway, but I've just noticed that when I've done this style of setup before, having something that joins these together helps the whole page work as a completed page, if that makes sense. What's the chat saying? Go over half the letter with the same colour to darken it. Oh yeah, that is another way. It's yeah, I just wanted quite a darkened shadow so that it stands out more, but if I was off camera and had a bit more time, you can also, because the Crayola Super Tips are water-based, I believe, if you just use a tiny bit of water on like a little paintbrush, you can blend the sections where they join, and that helps it blend, but I'm just not too fussed. So yeah, but that, if you've got time and you want to spend time on it, then there's plenty of ways. Maybe I could do a video on ombre lettering as well, the different ways you can do it. So this is a very easy, not the most effective of ways, but it works for what I'm doing it for. But yeah, there's plenty of different styles and ways you can go about it. Some that are more effective than others, but just for the sake of being on the live, I wanted to go with the quickest option, really. It's also kind of depends on the colours you choose. So the fact that I'm using 2 blues doesn't matter as much, whereas if I was trying to blend different colours, maybe like pink and purple or something, you might need to use a few extra colours maybe, so that you've got a more graduated blend. But yeah, that's my little ramble on that. What else have we got? Will you colour in the puddle? Yes, I will. I'll do all the colouring at the end. That's like my most fun part, the part I enjoy the most, because you can really see it all start to come together then once you've got the colours. So yeah, and it's like you've created your own colouring book almost. Yeah, so I love that part. I do also love doing the pen, especially with this little duckling theme that I'm doing. I just think it's so cute, and when you see them start to come to life with the pen, yeah, they're just adorable. So this little one is going to be standing in a puddle as well. So let's go back to the 0.05. Just because I want it to be a really delicate fine line around the edge, and I want the ducklings and the ducks to stand out slightly more, but it is a very fine difference. So here we go, back with our little raindrops. Yeah, and then it will soon be time to be setting up for May. So if you've got any May theme ideas you want to suggest to me, then go ahead. I normally make a video of theme ideas, so even if it's not the theme I'm going to go with in my personal journal, then it's sometimes one that I could include in that theme ideas video, where I just show 4 different cover pages in different themes. And it's just a good way if people are thinking of a theme and they want to see how it's actually going to look, or ways to create it, then hopefully that is useful for some people. Oh, I forgot. I've also got a little duckling sitting on the top of the S. So let's see. He's just like a really fluffy little blob sitting on the top. And there he is. So cute. What markers are you using? These ones are Crayola Super Tips. I've got the box here. I've got the 100 set, which is really useful. But the other day I was watching Amanda Rach Lee's video on all of her markers. She's done one recently, and that's just kind of made me think of loads that I want to buy now. So I recently ordered some acryligraphs, by Archer and Olive, and they're paint pens but really small, so I'm going to be trying those out, and I'll probably use that for my May set of spreads if they've arrived in time, just because I'm in the UK and they're from the US, so the time is a little bit tricky, but hopefully they'll arrive soon, and I can't wait to try those out. But if you've got any markers and stuff you want me to try out, I'm happy to buy some and maybe do a video of trying out different markers, and then maybe deciding which ones I would recommend if you were thinking of getting some. That might be a cool video. The Crayola Super Tips, yeah, I got these ones on Amazon. If you go to any of my other videos, I have it linked in the description, but with the live, I haven't done the description yet. I'll do that afterwards, so feel free to check that out. But if you just search Crayola Super Tips, then you should be able to find them. I think they're quite popular, like in all countries and stuff, so yeah. But they're also it's good because you get so many colours, which is perfect for bullet journaling when you've got loads of different themes and stuff you might want to do. A lot of the more expensive sets of pens come in kind of colour palettes, so you might only get like the primary colours, for example, or pastel colours, and when you're wanting to create such a diverse range of spreads all the time, I think it's useful having a really big pack of pens, just with so many colours that you might need at some point. So I'm just rubbing out the pencil, obviously. It doesn't show up very much anyway, so it doesn't matter if I miss anything. But this is my least favourite part of the videos, rubbing away all of the little bits left behind by the rubber. But yeah, so I just use my sleeve because it kind of brushes it away a bit easier. Maybe this is like ASMR, I don't know. Let me just straighten my book up a little bit. And then we're time to colour in. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat. Thank you everyone for saying that you like the spreads. It's really kind of you. It's really cool to actually get instant feedback, because obviously normally I'm creating the videos when it's not live, so being able to chat and stuff is really fun. So if you want me to do more lives, I'm more than happy to. I find it pretty fun. I could always do my weekly spreads on a live. But yeah, let's colour in. So what shall I start with? Let's do the umbrella. So I'm keeping in with the ways I've coloured in the spreads previously, just so the whole set of April works really well together. So what I've been doing is using this blue as kind of the main colour. So I'm using that for the umbrella and the little Wellington boots. I've then got a slightly darker, almost faded blue that I'm using for the rain, just so it's not too distracting. I didn't want a really dark blue. Yeah, so that'll be for the rain and the puddles. And then I'm just using a little kind of an orangey yellow for a bit of fuzz on the ducklings and the duck and their beaks. And then a reddy orange for their little legs. So anything else to do with this blue? Oh, the boots. Here we go. The boots aren't, like, I've not drawn them very well. They're not realistic, but I just think they're so cute when they're a bit cartoonish. Yeah, so that is looking super, super cute. I'm not sure if somebody was asking, Imogen Nixon, how are you? I'm really good, thanks. How are you? I'm not sure if you guys are chatting amongst yourself or if it's to me, but I'm good anyway. So let's continue colouring in. Also, let me know in the chat what you're up to this weekend. I am doing a little bit of work, but I'm trying to not do too much because, like, with this whole content thing and making videos, it's hard because I enjoy it so much. It's always on my mind, so I have to actively try to have a day off each week and try not to be just posting on Instagram or TikTok or making videos or planning videos and stuff like that. So anyone with any tips for how to switch off, feel free to drop those in the chat as well. I'm sure they could be useful to everyone. Look at the little ducklings when they have their tiny yellow fuzz. I just think they're so cute. But I've got so many ideas for themes that I might do in May. I'm kind of torn at the moment. I've got a few that I've had in mind that I've been thinking I want to do that theme. And then every time a new month comes up, I've got more than one theme that I want to do, basically. So I'm going to have to write a list somewhere, like a wish list of themes, so that I don't forget any. But yeah, I'll see what these new acrylograph pens are like and see maybe which theme would work best with those, because I think I'll be very, very tempted to be wanting to use those. I got the set that were a partnership between Amanda Rachley and Archer and Olive, so I'm really excited to see those. They were kind of pastel colours, but slightly like more unique colours than just your typical like pink, blue pastels. So I thought that would be really interesting to have a different kind of colour palette to work with as well. If they're good, please tell us. Yeah, I will. I'll probably do a video like unboxing them maybe and trying them out and doing some swatches and stuff, so that anyone else who's interested in them can see, and do like a little review maybe. That'd probably be something good to do. Yeah, I'm just trying to sort of make a bit of a YouTube plan of what videos I'm going to be filming and stuff. So at any point, if you have any requests, then, you know, drop them on a comment somewhere, or if you come over to Instagram, you can DM me. And I'll try and remember to do some more community posts here on YouTube, so you can comment on those. But I try my best to check the comments. I'm maybe not so good on older videos, like especially my shorts, because there's so many of those that it kind of, like, the ship has sailed if I've not replied on those. But any of the newer videos, I really try my best to check often. So oh, Imogen, you got COVID. I hope you feel better soon. I had it not that long ago, and yeah, it made me feel rubbish, so hopefully you're not feeling too bad. Yeah, so I'm just finishing off colouring in the little raindrops, and then, oh, I forgot to do the little duckling's legs. I'll do that before I do the puddle. Let's do ducklings with their little legs. So I've got this kind of reddy orange. I'm not sure how it looks on camera, but it's not quite red, it's slightly orangey. But I just thought it would be quite cute on these little ducklings to have really bright red feet. So there we go. This one lying down doesn't have his legs out, so won't do him. And then the only thing with the super tips is they do have they go to a point. I'm not sure if you can see. Whoops, on my finger. But they aren't ideal for really tiny, delicate drawings and colouring in. Like they have a wider part, so they're good. You can do quite good lettering with them, and you can use the tiny tip on the end if you need to, but yeah, they're probably not the best for tiny little bits of colouring in. Right, puddle time. So I think the best way for me to do this is I tend to, if it's a larger patch, go around the edge and then try and colour in the same direction throughout the middle, because with these kind of pens you do see the lines. So if they're all in the same direction, it's not so distracting to look at. And then just go and fill in any patches that got missed. But it's also quite good because obviously this is meant to be a puddle, so having some slightly darker patches and lighter patches actually works quite well for this. Might not work quite so well if you just wanted a big patch of like all the same colour, but it does the job, doesn't it? So I'm also thinking I should create a spread at some point that uses washi tapes, because I've not actually been using those in any of my spreads. I think just because I like to draw, so I don't want to take up space on the paper like with some tape, but I just really love how they look, and there's so many designs you can get these days. Yeah, so if you've got any washi tape recommendations, let me know as well. I just think that would be a fun way to step up the bullet journal game. Maybe not in every theme, but if there's anything that's quite like where it would suit it, then I think that would be a good place to start. Okay, I just need to colour in the little washi tapes up there. I'm thinking I might do the yellow, just so it's balanced. Yeah, the little duckling on there is so cute. But yeah, as I said, I'll post some pictures of these spreads over on my Instagram so you can see them better, and I'll try my best to remember to put them on my community post as well so you can see them here on Instagram. I mean YouTube. What else? I think that's about it really, isn't it? And yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out actually. So I'll fill it in. I've got, this is my sleep tracker, so that'll be like a bar graph going upwards. Then on the Monday, this will be where I put my little to-do list. Here's the little to-do list patches for each of the days. And that is pretty much it. So if you would like me to do a live for maybe next Saturday as well, more than happy to do that. It's been quite fun to be able to chat as well. Amanda H. Lee has some washi tapes. I don't have those actually, but that's a really good shout because obviously she creates bullet journal stuff. So someone who does that probably creates washi tapes that would work really well. So I'll definitely check those out. So thank you for that. But yeah, that is the page complete. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this and setting up for the next week. Let me know if you would like me to do another live maybe next weekend. And other than that, don't forget to like the video, maybe leave a comment outside of the chat on the actual video because that really helps my channel. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye everyone, thanks for watching. See you later.